Next Chapter Podcasts.
Join Play On Premium to get merch like t-shirts, hoodies, and coffee mugs, ad-free episodes, and bonus content video featuring interviews with the actors, producers, playwrights, and directors who brought it all to life. Go to ncpodcasts.com and subscribe to Play On Premium to support the art and the artists.
Next Chapter Podcasts presents the Play On podcast series, Love's Labor's Lost. Episode 5, The Fun Begins. For the best listening experience, be sure to use headphones or earbuds. And remember, vows are but breath.
Enough is as good as a feast.
I praise God for you, Mistress Holofernes.
Oh.
Your reasons at dinner have been sharp and sanctimonious, pleasant without obscenity, witty without affection, audacious without impundency, learned without opinion, and fresh without blasphemy. I did converse the other day with a companion of the king's who is entitled, nominated, or called Don Adriano de Armado.
I know him as well as I know you, Lady Nathaniel. His humor is lofty, his discourse childish, his tongue rapid, his eye ambitious, his walk majestical, and his general behavior vain, ridiculous, and boastful. He's too picky, too spruce, too affected, too odd, as it were, too proudly traveled, as I may say.
A most singular and choice epithet.
He draws out the thread of his verbosity finer than the staple of his argument. I abhor such fanatical lunatics, such unsociable and point-device companions, such novices of penmanship as to speak doubt without B when he should say doubt, debt when he should pronounce debt. D-E-B-T, not debt. He calls a calf cough, half hoff. Neighbor he calls nebber, nay, abbreviated ne. This is abominable, which he would call abominable. It insinuates insanity into me. Do you understand, master? To make frantic, lunatic.
God be praised, I understand. Good.
Ha ha! Good! Good for well! Grammar a little cracked, 'twill serve!
See who comes.
I see, and I am glad!
Hola!
Why, hola, not wench?
People of peace, well encountered.
Most military, sir. Salutation.
They have been at a great feast of languages and stolen the scraps.
Oh, they have lived long on the spoils of others' words. I wonder why your master has not eaten you for a word. For you are not so wise in the head as to choke, my lord. Thou art easier swallowed than your words.
Peace! The fun begins.
Madam, are you the educator?
Yes, she teaches boys the horn book. What is A-B spelled backwards with a horn on his head?
Ba, child with a horn added.
Bah! Most silly sheep with a horn. You hear her learning?
What? What? You consonant?
The last of the 5 vowels if you repeat them, or the 5th if I.
I will repeat them. A-E-I-O.
The sheep. The other 2 concludes it. O-U.
Now, by the salt wave of the Mediterranean, a sweet touch, a quick venue of wheat. Snip, snap, quick and home. It arouses my intellect, true wheat.
Offered by a child to an old woman, which is old wit.
What is the figure? What is the figure?
Horns.
You dispute like an infant. Go whip your gig.
Lend me your horn to make one, and I will whip about your infamy. A gig of a cockled horn.
If I had but 1 penny in the world, you should have it to buy gingerbread. Hold. There is the very remuneration I had of thy master, you half-penny person wit, you scrap of discretion.
Ooh.
Oh, if the heavens were so pleased that you were but my bastard, what a joyful father wouldst thou make me. Go to. You have it at Dunghill, at the finger's ends, as they say.
Thanks.
Ooh, I smell false Latin. Dunghill for unguim.
Ha-ha! A woman of the arts. We will rise above the barbarous. Do you not educate youth at the schoolhouse on the top of the mountain?
Oh, and Mons, the hill.
At your sweet pleasure for the mountain.
I do without question.
Lady, it is the king's most sweet pleasure and affection to congratulate the princess at her pavilion at the posteriors of this day, which the rude multitude call the afternoon.
The posterior of the day. Most generous, sir, is libel appropriate and measurable for the afternoon. The word is well matched, choice, sweet and apt. I do assure you, sir, I do assure.
Lady, the king is a noble gentleman, and my familiar, I do assure you, very good friend. For what is private between us, let it pass. I do ask that you remember your courtesy. I demand that you wear your hat. And among other important, most serious designs, and of great important deeds too. But let that pass. For I must tell you, it will please the king by the world sometime to lean upon my poor shoulder with his royal finger, thus dally with my excrement, with my mustachio. But sweetheart, let that pass. By the world I recount no fable. Some certain special honors it pleases his greatness to impart to Armado, a soldier, a man of travel that has seen the world. But let that pass. The very all of it all is but sweetheart. I do implore secrecy that the king would have me present this princess, a sweet lady, with some delightful performance, or show, or pageant, or skeet, or firework. Now, understanding your holy friend and your sweet self are good at such eruptions and sudden breaking out of mirth, as it were, I have acquainted you with all to the end to crave your assistance.
Sir, you shall present her the Nine Worthies. Lady Nathaniel, as concerning some entertainment of time, some show in the posterior of this day, to be rendered by our assistance, the king's command, and this most chivalrous, illustrate, and learned gentleman, before the princess, I say none so fit as to present the Nine Worthies.
Where will you find people worthy enough to present them?
Joshua yourself! This gallant gentleman, Judas Maccabeus!
Aha!
This bum, because of his great limb or joint, shall pass Pompey the Great. And this page, Hercules.
Pardon, lady, error. He is not the quantity enough for that worthy's thumb. He is not so big as the end of his club.
Shall I have audience? He shall present Hercules in minority. His enter and exit shall be strangling a snake, and I will have an apology for that purpose.
An excellent device. So if any of the audience hiss, you may cry, "Well done, Hercules! Now you crush the snake." That is the way to make the offense gracious, though few have the grace to do it.
For the rest of the worthies.
I will play 3 myself.
Thrice worthy gentlewoman.
Shall I tell you a thing?
We attend.
We will have, if this fail not, a skeet. Follow!
Oh, Goodman Dull, you have spoken no word all this while.
Nor understood none neither, lady.
Oh, go on. We will employ thee.
I'll make one in a dance or so, or I will play on the drum to the worthies and let them dance in the hay.
Most dull, honest dull, to our sport away.
Ooh, sweethearts, we shall be rich before we depart, if these riches come plentifully in. We will all be bedecked with diamonds. Look what I have received from the good king.
Princess, came nothing else along with that?
Nothing but this. Yes, as much love in rhyme as would be crammed up in a sheet of paper, writ on both sides of the leaf, margin and all, that he was forced to seal on Cupid's name.
That was the way to make his manhood wax. For he hath been 5,000 year a boy.
Yes, and sent him to the gloomy gallows, too.
You'll ne'er be friends with him. He killed your sister.
He made her melancholy, sad, and heavy, and so she died. Had she been light, Rosaline, of such a merry, nimble, stirring spirit, she might have been a grandma before she died. And so may you, for a light heart lives long.
What's your dark meaning, mouse, of this light word?
A light condition in a beauty dark.
We need more light to find your meaning out.
You'll mar the light by taking it in snuff. Therefore, I'll darkly end the argument.
Look what you do! You do it still in the dark.
So do not you, for you are a light wench.
Indeed, I weigh not you, and therefore light.
You weigh me not? Oh, that's you care not for me.
Great reason, for past care is still past cure.
Well played, both. Gone.
A set of wit well played, but Rosaline, you have a favor too. Who sent it and what is it?
I would you knew. And if my face were but as fair as yours, my favor were as great. Be witness this. Nay, I have verses too, I thank Berowne. The number is true, and were the numbering two, I were the fairest goddess on the ground. I am compared to 20,000 fairs. He hath drawn my picture in his letter.
Anything like?
Much in the letters, nothing in the praise.
Beauteous as ink, a good conclusion.
Fair as an ink blot in a copybook.
Beware pencils, ho! Let me not dye your debtor, my red-faced commoner. My hue is better. Oh, that your face was not so full of nose.
A pox of that jest, and I beshrew all shrews. But Katharine, what was sent to you from fair Dumaine?
Madame, this glove.
Did he not send you twain?
Yes, madame, and moreover some 1,000 verses of a faithful lover. A huge translation of hypocrisy, vilely compiled, profound simplicity.
This and these pearls Longaville sent to me. His letter is too long by half a mile.
No less, Maria. Does thou not wish in heart the chain were longer and the letter short?
I would these hands might never part.
We are wise girls to mock our lovers so.
They are worse fools to purchase mocking so. That same Berowne, I'll torture before I go. How I ensnared him within a week. How I will make him fawn and beg and seek and wait the season and observe the times and spend his prodigal wits in bootless rhymes and shape his service all to my requests and make him proud to make me proud that just so like for like would I o'ersway his state that he should be my fool and I his fate.
None are so surely caught when they are catched as wit turned fool. Folly in wisdom hatch has wisdom's warrant and the help of school, and wit's own grace to grace a learned fool.
The blood of youth burns not with such excess as when a scholar turns to lustful stress. Oh,
Folly in fools bears not so strong a note as foolery in the wise when wit does dote. Since all the power thereof, it does apply to prove by wit worth in simplicity.
Nowadays, trends and news cycles change faster than we can blink. But there are some things that withstand the test of time. And if you're looking for a connection to something timeless, and maybe also a glimpse of life at a slower pace, I believe everyone can relate to the very human experiences explored in Jane Austen's novels. And that's where I come in. My name is Alison Larkin. I'm a writer, comedian, and narrator and host of the Jane Austen podcast with Alison Larkin. I spent a lot of my childhood in the part of England where Jane Austen lived and wrote, And now that I live in the States, nothing gives me a sense of homecoming quite like narrating her books. On this show, you'll listen to award-winning narration. I'll give myself a pat on the back for that. As well as conversations with actors, writers, and other fascinating people who all share a passionate love for Jane Austen. So please, join me as we embark on a wonderful journey through Jane Austen's work. Be sure to listen and subscribe to The Jane Austen Podcast with Alison Larkin, wherever you get your podcasts.
Hi, this is Sally Kate Holmes, Managing Director of Next Chapter Podcasts, here to tell you about a pretty cool new offering from our friends at Apollo Podcasts. You can now find the Play On podcasts on Apollo Plus, a creator-owned platform where every subscriber helps audio fiction creators such as us. You can listen ad-free, early access to exclusives, behind-the-scenes, supercuts, and more on Apollo Plus. On top of all that, 70% of the revenue on Apollo Plus goes directly to creators. Join Apollo Plus through the Apollo Podcasts app or by going to apollopods.com.
Ooh, here comes Boyet and his big grinning face.
Oh, I am stabbed with laughter. Where's her grace?
Your news, Boyet.
Prepare, madam, prepare. Ladies, get ready. Encounters mounted are against your peace. Love does approach disguised. Armed in arguments, you'll be surprised. Muster your wits, stand in your own defense, or hide your heads like cowards and fly hence.
St. Joan against St. Cupid. What are they that charge their breath against us? Say, Scout, say.
Under the cool shade of a sycamore, I thought to close my eyes for half an hour, when lo, to interrupt my proposed rest, toward that shade I might behold addressed the king and his companions. Warily I hid inside a neighbor's thicket by, and overheard what you shall overhear, that by and by, disguised, they will be here. Oh, the herald is a pretty knavish lord, that well by heart has learned his sweet love word. Action and accent did they teach him there. Thus must you speak it, thus your body bear. And ever and anon they made a doubt. Presence majestical would put him out.
Let's hear those voices.
Bonjour, the ladies, we're here. Yes, see?
I don't know about this voice. My fair lady. It's terrible. I don't know. What do they sound like?
For, said the king, an angel shalt thou see, yet fear not, but speak audaciously.
Give me the boots. Yes, that'll click it into. Yeah, I like these, actually. This is my son's.
But what? Come they to visit us?
They do, and are apparelled thus, like Muscovites or Russians, as I guess.
The Muscovite thing doesn't. I can do a French.
Just wear them, trust me.
What does a Muscovite sound like? Should I?
Das is good. How is that sounding at all?
They're never gonna guess.
Their purpose is to talk, to court and dance, and everyone his love suit will advance unto his particular mistress, which they'll know by favors several, which they did bestow.
Those pearls? Those are amazing. I can't afford that.
And will they so? The lovesick shall be tasked. For ladies, we shall everyone be masked, and not one man of them shall have the grace, despite of suit, to see a lady's face. Here, Rosaline, this favor thou shalt wear, and then the king will court thee for his dear. You take thou this, my sweet, and give me thine. So shall Berowne take me for Rosaline. And change your favors too, so shall your loves woo contrary, deceived by these fair gloves.
Come on, then. Wear the favors most in sight.
But in this changing, what is your intent?
The effect of my intent is to cross theirs. They do it but in mocking merriment, and mock for mock is only my intent. Their wooing speeches they acknowledge shall to loves mistook, and so be mocked withal upon the next occasion that we meet, with visages displayed to talk and greet.
But shall we dance if they desire us to it?
No, to the death we will not move a foot, nor to their penned speech render we no grace, but well it spoke each turn away her face.
Why, that contempt will kill the speaker's heart and quite divorce his memory from his part.
Therefore I do it, and I make no doubt the rest will e'er come in if he be out. There's no such sport as sport by sport or throne, to make theirs ours and ours none but our own. So shall we stay, mocking intended game, and they, well mocked, depart away with shame.
Oh, the trumpet sounds. Be masked. The villains come.
This is ridiculous, guys. This is not going to work for 1 second. Are you sure?
Put your mask on. Stay
I'm looking right at your eyes. We can do this. Yes.
All hail the richest beauties on the earth.
Beauties no richer than rich golden thread.
A holy parcel of the fairest dames that ever turned their backs to mortal views.
Their eyes, villain, their eyes.
That ever turned their eyes to mortal views. Out. True. Out indeed. Out of your favors, heavenly spirits, promise not to behold.
Once to behold, rogue.
Once to behold with your sunbeamed eyes. With your sunbeamed eyes. They will not answer to that epithet. You will best call it daughter-beamed eyes. They do not mark me, and that brings me out.
Is this your performance? Be gone, you rogue.
Go. Man, so gone.
What would the... What? That's it. What would these strangers... know their minds, Boyet. If they do speak our language, 'tis our will that some plain man recount their purposes. Know what they would.
What would you with the princess?
Nothing but peace and gentle visitation.
What would they? Say they?
Nothing but peace and gentle visitation.
Why, that they have, and bid them so be gone.
She says you have it, and you may be gone.
Well, say to her, say to her, we have measured many miles to tread a measure with you on the grass.
They say that they have measured many a mile to tread a measure with you on this grass.
It is not so. Ask them how many inches is in 1 mile. If they have measured many, the measure then of one is easily told.
If you have measured miles, and many miles, the princess bids you tell how many inches amounts to 1 mile.
Tell her we measure them by weary steps.
Oh, she hears herself.
How many weary steps of many weary miles you have overgone are numbered in the travel of 1 mile?
We number nothing that we spend for you. Our duty is so rich, so infinite, that we may do it still without account. Oh, show me then the sunshine of your face, that we like savages may worship it.
My face is but a moon, and clouded too.
Blessed are clouds to do as such clouds do. Promise a bright moon, and these your stars to shine. Those clouds removed upon our watery eyne.
Oh, vain stranger, beg a greater matter. You now request but moonshine in the water. No.
Then in our measure promise but one dance. You bid me beg. Is this my only chance?
Oh, play music then. Nay, you must do it soon. Not yet, no dance. That's change I like the moon.
Will you not dance? Why are you so estranged?
You took the moon at full, but now she's changed.
Yet still she is the moon, and I the man. The music plays, permit some motion to it.
Our ears permit it.
But your legs should do it.
Since you're strangers and come here by chance, we'll not be nice. Take hands, we will not dance.
But why take my hands in?
Only to part friends. Curtsy, sweethearts, and so the measure ends.
More measure of this measure. This was nice.
We can afford no more at such a price.
Price yourselves. What buys your company?
Your absence only.
That can never be.
Then cannot we be bought? And so, adieu. Twice to your visor and half once to you.
If you deny to dance, let's hold more chat.
In private, then?
Oh, la la. I am best pleased with that.
Fair-handed mistress, one sweet word with thee.
Honey, and milk and sugar. There is 3.
Nay then, 2, 3. And if you grow so nice, cherubim, toys and trifles, well run dice, there's half a dozen sweets.
7th sweet, adieu. Since you can cheat, I'll play no more with you.
One word in secret.
Let it not be sweet.
You stir my gall.
Gall? Bitter.
Therefore meat.
Will you permit with me to change a word?
Name it. Name it.
Fair lady.
Say you so, fair lord. Take you that for your fair lady.
Please it you as much in private, and I'll bid adieu.
What was your visor made without a tongue?
I know the reason, lady, why you ask.
Oh, for your reason. Quickly, sir, along.
You have a double tongue within your mask and would afford my speechless visor half.
You have a silver tongue. Is not that dull?
Aye, dull, fair lady.
No, fair lord is dull.
Let's half the word.
No, I'll not be your half. Take calf and wean it. It may prove an ox.
Look how you butt yourself in these sharp mocks. Will you give horns, chaste lady? Do not so.
Then die a calf before your horns do grow.
One word in private with you ere I die.
Bleat softly then. The butcher hears you cry.
Hey, stay.
I wasn't sure when you first asked, but I'm sure.
The tongues of mocking ladies are as keen as is the razor's edge invisible, cutting a smaller hair than may be seen above the sense of sense so sensible seeming their conference. Their conceits have wings, faster than arrows, bullets, wind, thought, swifter things.
The Play on Podcast series, Love's Labour's Lost, was written by William Shakespeare and translated into modern English verse by Josh Wilder. Each episode was directed by Nelson T. Eusebio III. The cast is as follows: Russell G. Jones as the King of Navarre and the Forester, Matthew Elijah Webb as Berowne, Ashley Bryant as the Princess and Jacquinetta, Tiffany Rochelle Stewart as Rosaline, Tanya Pinkins as Maria, Holofernes, and Himes, Sean Randall as Costard and Dumaine, Brandon Jones as Don Adriano de Armado and Longaville, Walter Coppage as Moth, Boyet, Dull, and Marcaday, Sarita Covington as Lady Nathaniel and Katharine. Casting by the Telsey Office, Karen Castle, CSA, and Ada Karamanian. Voice and text coach, Julie Foe. Episode scripts were adapted and produced by Catherine Eaton. Original music and sound design by Lindsay Jones. Sound engineering by Sadaharu Yagi. Mix engineer and dialogue editor, Larry Walsh. Podcast mastering by Greg Cortez at New Monkey Studio. Coordinating producer, Transcend Streaming, Kira Bowie and Liana Keys. Executive producer, Michael Goodfriend. The managing director of business operations and partnerships at Next Chapter Podcasts is Sally Kate Holmes. The Play on Podcast series, Love's Labour's Lost, is produced by Next Chapter Podcasts and is made possible by the generous support of the Hits Foundation. Visit ncpodcasts.com for more about the Play on Podcast series. Visit playonshakespeare.org for more about Play on Shakespeare. Subscribe to Play on Premium on Apollo Plus for ad-free episodes and join our Patreon for exclusive merchandise and early commercial-free releases. Go to playonpodcast.com for our bonus content, where you'll find interviews with the artists, producers, and engineers who brought it all to life. And remember, vows are but breath.
Join Play on Premium to get merch like t-shirts, hoodies, and coffee mugs, ad-free episodes, and bonus content video featuring interviews with the actors, producers, playwrights, and directors who brought it all to life. Go to ncpodcasts.com and subscribe to Play on Premium to support the art and the artists.
Next Chapter Podcasts.